He want it bad. She want it bad. Yeah. Go get the bag. Go get the bag. Go get the bag. Go get the bag. You chasing all of these bitches, I want a bag. You can have all of these bitches to give me the bag. Go get the bag. Go get the bag. Go get the bag. Go get the bag. You chasing all of these bitches, I want a bag. You can have all of these bitches to give me the bag.
Welcome to Trappin Ain't Dead. Another day, another dollar peep game. It's your boy Munch. I'm here with Janae Tate, Hollow News.
Hey Munch.
What's good? Well, you have me on my heels. Well, I was like, don't do it to me. Don't do it to me.
I forgot just that quick.
Nope. Yes.
Okay, if you listen to the last episode, you know the little nickname I have for Munch.
Yeah, man, cut that shit out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it for this week? Damn.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
You slide this week because I forgot just that fucking quick.
Finesse. God. Finesse.
What's good?
God.
We back. Another week, another episode.
Yeah.
Yo, was it not crazy to see people's response to us putting out the first episode?
Man, that shit was like crazy as fuck. Cause then, man, I don't even know how to explain it. Cause like people would hit me like, Munch, dog. I don't know what the fuck you be talking about, but bro, you know you that nigga. And then they was like, bro, I don't know, like who you got on there with you? Like y'all just vibe. Like that shit, that mix, boy. Like what's going on?
Munch, I was so happy to get the feedback from everybody. Like thank you all y'all. And what they don't know is like we really 5 episodes in. So y'all go back to All Like Minds Media on SoundCloud and listen to those our previous podcasts. But last week's episode was the first one that we ever put out. So that was really cool to see how y'all received us. You know, it's like Erykah Badu. Like, keep in mind that I'm an artist. And I'm sensitive about my shit. Like, so we were like, fingers crossed, do they like us? Oh my gosh, they really like us.
There was a lot of people who had done, hit me up, hit you up, reposted, shared.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like DM, like,
messages, calls, pictures. Like, I'm listening in the car. Shout out to Corey Jackson, to Bowleg, my classmate Reggie Hopkins, Matthew Pygott.
Yeah, Matt Pygott.
Demerit. What's his name?
Demerit.
He gonna kill us if he.
Yeah, Demerit. I just say Diamos Demerit. Yeah, I can say it.
Brene, my whole group chat. We got a little group chat going on for Carol City. Brene, Reggie, Edric, Bowleg, we all in there talking about the podcast. So shout out to them. Chris reposted it. My boo Chris. Corey Jackson sent me a
man. Dudes was hitting me at the corner store like, bruh. I just heard the podcast, bruh. Bruh, I thought you was gonna pull back, but you say the same shit you say out here on the block with us.
That's what I think they like. But what about the OGs who gave us like that nod?
Yeah, like the OGs that give you that nod is
like. Can we say it? Should we say?
Nah, I think you don't think we should let it roll.
I'ma just say that we have some veterans in radio that listen to the podcast all the way through, and man, fuck it, I'ma say it. Jill Tracy listened to it. Papa Keith listened to it. We had the editor from New Tropic listen to it. And it's one thing, of course, anybody supporting us is good. But when you have your peers and people who've been in this business for a long time to hear it and say, yo, like this was something special.
Shout out my dog, my marketing guy, Robert RGL.
Robert, shout out to Robert.
And he hit me up. He was like, bruh, yo, coach. Anybody who know Robert, you know what I mean? He gonna be like, hey, coach.
He did that too. I was like, what do you mean, coach? Do you mean a coach bag? But
nah, this is like that's how he talk. He was like, yo, coach. Boy, this shit sound good, boy.
When he hit me up, because I know he in that world too, and I know he got his new podcast. Shout out to him and Tim Boone. So
AYC leaders
to get that nod from my peers. Oh, Anthony Malcolm, everybody on Facebook. Malcolm, I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody who commented or who said they was fucking with the podcast. Thank you. I think Tiffany Ross, I think my neighbor Tiffany Graham, a couple of people hit me up. Oh, Samantha Bryant.
Samantha Bryant from Local 10 News.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the homie, she hit me up and y'all finally got a chance to link. I was like, damn, it took a nigga to do the podcast for y'all to finally.
Clean Face Management, Byron Trice, OG in the game, managing, Trina Trigg, Ross Plies, like he gave us a nod.
When I seen him repost it, I was like, hold on. Y'all don't realize who the fuck just reposted my shit. You feel me? I'm like, I'm seeing, cause I just get tagged in it.
Yeah.
And cause I'm like, oh, hold on. What? Stars direct. I'm like, hold on, man.
Valencia too, though. We gotta give a shout out to Valencia, Kiara, all of our friends who said something. I'm looking at my page right now. Shardecia,
yeah.
A couple of people, I'm sorry, y'all. Tierra Foster, Devontae Polar, a whole it's so many of y'all.
Yeah, man.
I can't, but we thank everybody.
Devontae, that's my little homie. Like, what's crazy about Vontae, man, Vontae a legit that grew up with my brother.
Oh, for real?
And Vontae, like, little homie, he a rapper. He like the first blind rapper. He rapped for Berg and everything.
For real?
Yeah,
he can't see, so he's
really,
Stevie Wonder
like
with
he
it?
really can't see now. Like he used to be able to see, but he went blind over time. Like
is black, like he can't see.
I don't know how like the severity of it, but I know like he gotta have a little bit of help getting around sometimes.
Wow.
But the little homie, like I said, like for him, he always is supporting me, and I always knew his old boy because his old boy used to be my coach. So. When we I actually seen him like his eyesight deteriorate, and for homie to always repost me and always show love, like,
oh my gosh, that touched my heart. I mean? Big shout out to him. Definitely.
So when you said Devontae Pollard, I was thinking like, hey, hold on. They ain't just no any Devontae. That's little homie Vontae. You know what I'm saying?
No, he told me that. He was like, that's big homie. But everybody, all y'all love and support, we really appreciate it.
Shout out to Bree, man. You know what I'm
Bree. Class Money. So many people like just listening to it. Nino Brown, another rapper. The rappers been fucking with us. The local rappers.
You know what I'm saying? The local rappers. We've been, because a lot of people, if you notice in the last episode, I played a record, and I did not, and sorry, I apologize to Mirror Monk and Kiddo Marv. They're like one of my favorite local artists. Some of my favorite local artists, man. They some of the most consistent guys, and I like to always reward them. So they dropped a new record called Talk Is Cheap.
I like that song.
And when I heard the record, they had a listening party for the record too. I wasn't able to go because I had another obligation, but I support Mirror Monk and Kiddo Marv. That's Lil Haiti, you know what I'm saying? That's real Lil Haiti. You feel me? North Miami Beach type shit. And when people be real and they authentic and they themselves, I gotta support it, because there's so many times when I was coming up, niggas weren't authentic, you know what I mean? And they didn't know how to deal with a nigga like me.
Niggas
so
still ain't authentic, but that's
you know how that shit go.
But March, I think that some people need to understand that how we open up our show is so Miami, and it's definitely Black Miami. It's definitely millennial driven, but it's for everybody. But I want them to know too that we have a different Miami artist playing every opening of the show, because we trying to get that love, and we listen to these songs, these people that we respect. Yeah,
I only buy home team albums. Like everything else, that shit on streams. I'm not even finna flies. Like anybody who know me, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, anything, y'all know if it's a local artist and they them, like Zoe put up the Mabule album or mixtape.
Zoe Dollars?
Zoe Dollars, yeah. I went and bought it. I don't need to hear it. I went and bought it. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that.
When he put out his first album, Port-au-Prince, I bought it. No, I bought it 3 times. You feel me? Cause I bought it on Bandcamp. I bought it on and people know that the Bad Things record did not sit well with me initially. Shout out to Vince Valhalla, and I think that's the Track Burners that produced that track. Valhalla Entertainment. We wanna. I've been in this game for a little bit. I ain't did much, but been the sound man. So.
Please, you more than that.
Yeah. I did a little bit more, but that was my capacity. That's the capacity I was in initially, and it just I guess who I am as a person has kind of like preceded me, I guess. And but yeah, man, I'm just super appreciative to guys, you know, that's in the local music scene that say, hey man, Munch on it. We know he gonna take care of us. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. For me, if I fuck with an artist, I definitely will buy your music. But I'm the type of person though, like if I don't like it, I'm not listening to it. So I ain't gonna say if you just put something out from Miami, I'm gonna buy it. But I will say this: if artists they don't know that, but if you give me a CD, I'm keeping it, I'm not throwing it away, and I listen to your shit. I ain't gonna say I'm listening to it right away, but if you give me some music, especially if you from South Florida, Miami or whatever, I'm listening to your music and I'm gonna try to give it a chance and see, you know, what's up with it.
Yeah, I try to. My thing is with local artists is this, right? One, I know a lot of the artists personally, right? But my thing is always to say I like your music and listen to it without having like, cause my thing is I'm like an old person now. Like I can only listen to certain type of and I'm not
so old. You're in your 20s. You're so old.
You know what I'm saying? But I know I'm on. You know, I got 2 more years till I'm 30, right?
Ooh,
you know, birthday
I got
just
a couple
passed.
of months.
You
Oh,
feel?
happy birthday! Happy belated birthday, Munchie Poo. I'm sorry, I had to get it out.
You just had to get it in, huh? You just had to get it in.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Another rotation around the sun is what we call it, right?
Yeah, another rotation around the sun. You know what I mean? And you know, it's 28, 27 was kind of crazy, but 28 gonna be better.
28
I think,
was a good year for me.
If you pay attention to the numerology, I feel like my homeboy Matt Pygett, who's also the commissioner in Opelika,
Shout
he
out to
told
Matt.
me he did at the HBCU picnic last year. I was 26, I believe, turning 27. He said, bruh, 27, bruh, 27 gonna be a year of ups and downs, bruh. But you just gotta know that hey, it's gonna be a better day coming. And he told me when 28 come, he was like, bruh, you gonna be straight. And like literally it's been a year where it's been like I've had so many ups and downs in my lifetime that I felt like the last maybe 2-3 months it just been feeling like with the Be Me Award, my birthday coming up, me piloting my media apprentice program. It's just been like, yo, a lot of this shit that you had to fight and cut through for since 2010, I would say you don't have to fight through some of that stuff. Some of the stuff I felt like I had to get past when I was a kid in high school. Now those things are kind of like behind me because of that 2 and that 8. And we always talk about like deep science, numerology, metaphysics and shit like that.
I don't see. Maybe we need to have an episode about that one day and have somebody on because I ain't really into it like that. But I respect people who talk about it. I don't buy into all of it, but I get some of the numbers and some of the meanings about it.
I ain't hotepping for nobody.
Hotepping.
Yeah, I ain't hotepping and 2-stepping for nobody.
If you don't know what a hotep is, just go look up Dr. Umar Johnson. No tea, all shade.
No, the real person I felt like was hotepping worse than him. Cause Umar is not as bad as some of the other guys that was really hotepping. Like a lot of the guys that was trying to spread this knowledge was really hotepping on some like they was trying to say black woman is God, but I'm trying to fuck. I'm only boosting your self-esteem so I can smash.
I don't like when you trying to, and I kind of feel like on a certain level, Dr. Umar do that too. And if you don't understand what a hotep is, if you just listening in to some of my vanilla and caramel sisters and brothers, a hotep is somebody, at least in my opinion, is somebody who's like really, really Afrocentric. They're all about, they may be a really into black history and they're all about it. But to me, I feel like they come up with extreme definitions on why things work. Like one definition I saw from a hotep is that black women are cursed because they have a period. And when the gods are when the black gods or ancestors
Total
are having
bullshit.
sex, it rains and lightnings, like shit like that. They make up stuff to me and give it African meanings, and those people are hoteps.
It don't have no validity to it. They just trying to guilt trip you in some pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to trick people because they hungry for knowledge.
Yeah, it ain't tricking if you got it though.
Hey, I mean.
If you got the knowledge and you trick them, hey, you just a dummy. You feel me? Like, go research it for yourself. And a lot of girls, they, because it's not every day that you could talk to somebody and have a conversation. And what fucks him up is that a nigga, any day, right? A nigga can sit up here and talk game, right? And you can peep game, right?
That's true.
But if a nigga just giving you some shit you ain't never known in your life, and you take this shit as fucking God's words himself, then you feel me?
Because
and that be the problem.
Good, though, like
it
to
do.
some people, and they just think that like because they put that African shit on it, they be thinking that shit truth. And I'm like, but to me, common sense, especially.
I be like, bruh, come on.
You can't tell me, fucking. Cause it's raining, the ancestors want you to spin around 3 times and light some sage or some shit. Bitch, that shit don't even make sense to me. Like, and I'm being extreme in my definition, but I'm just saying I've heard some outlandish shit, and I'm like,
just know they on one street in New York. All the hoteps I feel like are in one street in New York.
What's that street?
On the Strip. I can't even tell you that street. But when you on YouTube and you see this shit. Because a lot of, let's be real, like 2000s was the age of information. So like that, at least that's how I seen it. If we want to keep it along the numerology track, it just meant that we were going to come into more information. So the internet was available to us.
That's true.
You feel me? And now that the internet evolved, you feel me? And when the internet evolved, it was like, and then we had policy that was passed, like, I forget, Public Information Act or something about some act that made a lot of information public that wasn't always public. Like a lot of this shit y'all are coming to find out by all these black people that was doing real good shit. That's because a policy was enacted to release it and to release all the fuck shit that the government was doing. Like it's public record, but they have to certain classified, they have to declassify some stuff. So Martin Luther King been dead 50 years. Oh, somebody done died who really did kill him. The people who really did do a lot of this other shit. Oh, we can release the records now. You feel me? So that's how I see a lot of shit. But I guess just to bring it back to the local artists, because I think we just went off on a tangent about hoteps and shit.
Hey, that's okay. That's why they rocking with us. We just gonna bring all that shit together like some gumbo.
What's the Ball Greasy challenge? Since you the one told me about this, I need to know what the fuck this is.
Well, I was talking to my cousin today, and we going through social media. She told me that Ball Greasy has a new challenge out right now. So what he is having, he's paying $1,000 to any DJ that will create a nice ride like track for him. Like, so it's like you got a minute, and whoever's the best, you get that stack. So far you had a few local DJs jump in, and I think it's open to everybody.
What you mean by ride track? Like
don't make me do the impersonation, but you ever be at a okay, everybody from Miami
so you saying somebody got to impersonate Boda Lover.
But see, Munch, they got to understand what ride mean. Like ride.
Like how we did at the end of this last show.
Oh yeah.
Ride. Stick.
Yeah.
All that shit.
And it's pretty much a DJ, if you listening from out of town, it's pretty much a DJ like just
controlling
talking over
the party,
a track, controlling the tempo, but it's a Miami style. Like I like it when I hear a DJ doing that shit at a party, and they breaking into the track and they saying, "All right, now ride with your boy, now ride with your boy,
ride with your boy,
hey, now
set fire hot."
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from that good old city. You feel me? So
you all about that.
Yeah. So it ain't no DJs. The DJs can't get on the mic, man. You ain't no good DJ. You know what I'm saying? But to talk about that, I know a lot of DJs I know a lot of people that's been tired of that shit too. Cause some people don't know how to do it right. You feel me?
Yeah. I mean,
these niggas come from out of town. They try to copy our style and shit, and then say that they done started some shit and they ain't did nothing.
We already talked about just arrived from out of town trying to do shit.
Y'all niggas just arrived, man.
But who you think locally? Because I don't really know these guys who on his page. He got on Ball Greasy page. He got the DJs who already jumped in. I heard that DJ Rama was
Fat Boy Rama
or should jump in.
Let go.
I think Boda Lover should jump in. Even DJ Meat, like DJ Ivory P could get on that shit from
like
103.5
my thing is like certain DJs, it's a different way you do it, right?
That's true.
So like a DJ Meat is different from a Fat Boy Rhymer. That's different from a Lucky C that's different
true.
from the legendary DJ Bree. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all know I fucks with DJ Bree and DJ Lucky C. Them probably two of the DJs I work with the most.
And these some popular Miami
DJs, you know what I'm saying? You got Killer K, you feel me? You got DJ Teflon. But you know what I'm saying? Like these DJs jump on a mic and they keep it's like it's that connection to that old hip hop. Like hip hop started with the DJ being and an MC. You know, and after the MC, and when that MC started evolving and rapping, it was then that job of the DJ to be that hype man at the end of the day. Man, fuck that. Shout out to my nigga Sam Sneak, man. Like, you feel me?
Sam Sneak.
Like you can't like I said it in the past episode, so go listen to it. You can't talk about Miami music. That's the closest thing to DJ Uncle Al. Y'all can debate me all y'all want to, but you know, Sam Sneak, he was there. Ain't a lot of DJs outside of Crunch One and a few others that was there. And Sam Sneak he came up under that family. In the words of my dog Screamer, he came up under that family tree. You feel me? So, you know, we knew who Sam Sneak, Jam Squad, like we knew who that was. Like, you feel me? So
even he could bless the mic with it. But you know, ain't he Ross DJ 9?
Yeah, but so that's what I'm saying.
He may not have the time to do that.
Nah,
so.
he got time. My dog Sneak got time. That's what Sneak do.
I think that challenge to Nice and Slow or Enya Ball Greasy. I really like that Feel My Pain, but that ain't really a ride type of song. But Enya, like some of that new stuff on Bayday on Ball Greasy new project.
Yeah, I think the best song to probably do that too is like the Nice and Slow record, because that record taking off. You know what I mean? With him and shout out to another local artist, Lil Dread. You know what I'm saying? So he from the city. You know, dreams really evolve daily, you know, and we got a Liberty City connection. You know, I really support a lot of the Miami artists, especially when they from that good old Liberty City. You know, I'm gonna back them 100. You know what I mean? Ferrari Fred. You know, I fucks with little Ferrari Fred. I ain't worried about a motherfucking thing. Like that's gonna be the track. Fuck it.
Okay, let's do it.
Hey, Ferrari Fred.
Is it a ride track or is
this just some? It's like slow. It's like a ride vibe type situation, like how to Feel My Pain is.
Okay,
but it's just a young nigga who doing it from off 13.
I gotta hear that.
Yeah.
I gotta hear that.
Yeah, young and own it.
So I'm excited to see all the DJs that jump on that challenge. I think that's a really cool challenge for Ball Greasy to keep artists and keep the listeners and also his viewers engaged, and also still keeping the G with Miami culture. That's true.
You feel me? Because even if he getting signed, this is also still a promotional tool for what I feel is a promotional tool for him to like be like, nigga, I'm getting signed or whatever may be the situation. I'm not finna, change. I'm finna do this the way I know how to do it, and that's something that I respect. Yeah,
I like that. Take that Miami culture and that style and that swag and put it on a national platform. But you said something key there. Signed? Is he signed? Because I've been hearing rumors that Ball Greasy signed for like a lot of money. Because I know they've been shopping them, but I heard he hit for a lot of money with Rock Nation. And if you look on his page, he hashtagged them a lot. And he ain't hashtagging too many other management companies. So, Ball Greasy, is it true?
He done posted.
Is it true?
He done posted MMG. I seen a couple weeks ago he was with Capital. You know what I'm saying?
But he always tagging Rock Nation now, though.
Yeah. But you got to understand. Remember, he used to be Miami Vamps.
Oh yeah.
So that he's still Miami Vamps. If I'm not, I think he's still with Vamps. Yeah, because
he still work with Jim Jones. They real close.
Yeah. So Jim Jones
they
still
actually
with
got
him.
an event this weekend.
Yeah, and remember on the record, the Feel My Pain record, what Jim Jones said is two sides to Miami. You got the beach and you got that cross the bridge. That's the difference between a cat who living that life on that water. And I don't want to talk too much down on Meek, but that's the difference between the cat who be on that water on that side of the bridge and the cat that come across that bridge and he know what time it really is. And Jim, he really always come through. And special shout out to Jim Jones for that.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Jim Jones, he fucked with Miami. He crossed
fucked
that
with
bridge.
Miami, like cross the bridge shit.
Yeah.
Since them boys shot that video with Diddy, Paul Wall, and him at Chef Creole, he been over it. Like them boys been down here since before that.
What song was that?
I can't even think about what the song was, but it's an old song. Like Diddy produced it though.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was like some bad boy shit.
I gotta look that up. But if that's true about Ball Greasy, big shout out to him because he definitely deserved it. And from that number that I heard today, that's like some life changing numbers. So if he with Rock Nation, that's who he signed to. Big ups to him. But I'm definitely want to wait till that official news come out. But right now it's rumored from some industry people that I know personally. I can't tell all my tea. But
yeah, don't do it.
I heard some good news. That's good for him. That's good for him.
Yeah.
If that's
happy.
True.
I'm happy for him because it's good to see a guy who stayed true. Be rewarded. You feel me?
But to talk about some more Miami rappers, just changing gears a little bit.
Oh, shit. We just was talking about Berg. Shit. Let's talk about juicy shit. Ooh, shit getting juicy. So what happened this week? Because I don't be watching all this. You be watching all that.
Well, I saw, when I was, with my cousin, shout out to Lita, we was, scrolling through Instagram and she saw a picture of Juicy and Young Fee, or it was a video or something, and it was like almost like you ain't know if they wasn't officially together, like now like they putting it out there now.
Yeah, like
that whole story is so crazy to me because it's like she's like local Black China, like
yeah, and the whole city was like going crazy. You feel me? Like I remember when Fee and Berg was beefing initially, and I'm just thinking like, man, look, if it ain't about no money, fuck all the dumb shit.
Wait, so we got to back it up a little bit. So Iceberg is a local rapper, right?
Yeah.
Young Fee is a local rapper.
Yeah.
And Juicy was the love interest of both of these local rappers, right?
Yeah. For instance, from what I know, and this is how I came, because remember, 2010, I was just coming back home. Mm-hmm. So when
coming back home from where?
From Arizona. You know
Jill?
what I'm saying? Nah, I was in Arizona at school, so yeah, it wasn't no jail time. Not for me. Trappin was not dead. I was out there in Arizona, okay, getting that zona. You feel me?
I'm sorry. So okay. So Juicy, Fee, and Iceberg.
So Juicy, so Juicy, I knew Juicy was with Fee, and everybody was talking about it. Juicy was with Fee. So they was
together first.
Yeah, they was together first, and she was known. It wasn't like this is like a Miami tale.
But what she do though? She a stripper?
No, she just was like this chick.
Just a popular girl.
She's just a popular girl from what I know.
She's
you know what I'm saying?
Pretty.
Yeah, I don't know her from a can of paint. Like I'd be the first to tell you.
I think her Instagram is Juicy Delise.
Delise or something like that.
Look and see
They know. You know what I mean? Because she was that popular. I don't want to take nothing away from her. I don't want to degrade her as a female or anything, and put because
no offense if saying I just assume because that's
most of the times that's what the situation is, especially in Miami.
And I support the naked hustle.
Yeah.
If I had enough courage, I would. Never mind. But
you throw that ass in a circle, huh?
If I had rhythm and courage, bitch, it's hard. We was just talking about working how hard that be sometimes.
I hear you taking your breaths through the mic already. you take. Hey, if y'all hear this shit, cause y'all know it's crystal clear. Shout out to all like Minds Media, Color Cut Clarity.
Hello.
Plug. Plug love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't dance worth a damn. I ain't got no rhythm, and I'm too ashamed to do something like that. But if I did, cause sometimes that money look good when you go in a strip club.
Yeah, it'd be all on the floor.
I worked all year for this.
Yeah, and security come scoop it up for you. Yeah, exactly.
I support the naked hustle.
Motherfucker. Yeah, and what else? I mean, shit, we got so much shit to talk about.
Officially together, so that's that Miami tea, if you've been following it. But, to switch gears just to on a nicer note, up in Sunrise, shout out to our Broward County brothers and sisters.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my dog Tone C. He just did that Miramar We Live concert.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a whole slew of like Miami, not Miami artists, but Broward artists. They came together. Shout out to All Out Hustle Radio. Okay. All Out Hustle theme park. I still gotta, slide out there and support the homies. But they had a wonderful event. One of the best artists I think that stood out to me while I was there. I'm not saying he was the best artist, but understand I ain't come to after 10, 11 o'clock. So I didn't catch everybody. One of the best ones was Smokey Zantana. He got a song called Run It Up. When I heard Run It Up, I was like, ooh, shit. Like this song is a smash hit. I think he may need to re-record it, get it mixed and mastered again, but I fucks with it. You know what I mean? I think
what's up.
it was another artist by the name of
What area was this in Broward County?
This was in Hollandale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Manny shot to my homeboy Emmanuel George Manny with
I
Broward
love
Films.
Manny.
Yeah,
That film that he's gonna put out is gonna be dope.
yeah, it's gonna be
About
dope as fuck.
Black Dania and
Dania and Liberia,
Liberia.
Hollandale is what I think is Dania and Hollandale that tell the two sister cities.
yeah. So y'all, we connected. Broward, Black, Dade
Yeah,
County.
we don't want to exclude down south. We don't want to
down
exclude
south,
Broward.
Coconut Grove, all
we
of
talk
that.
about the whole Miami-Dade County. You know what I'm saying?
We
Broward
all
County so
won.
flow. We all
Even
won.
shout out to West Palm Beach if we want to just make it that extensive and
J.
make it Black
Flu.
Florida, Black South Florida.
Yeah, J Flu. They got Exhibit Trill out there, which is a artist. I don't want to say it's an artist collective. I think it's an artist. It's an initiative by artists to promote more local talent and local artistry that's going on, and African art at that. African American art. So yeah, shout out to my homeboy J Flu and all them boys up the road to Exhibit Trill.
That's what's up. I mean, I brought up Sunrise because the Sunrise Police was doing something really cool. I saw this article in the South Florida Times. Shout out to Ashika, editor-in-chief of that. And the Sunrise Police is using recovered drug money to fund pop-up barbecues. What a way to use money. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, we always talk about how the black community was, fucked over by drug money and how that destroyed us and crippled us. But to me, I ain't mad at them doing these pop-up events, like repurposing that money for the community.
Usually to be honest, man, most of, if we want to be real technical about it, they call all that money that they seize, they call it forfeiture funds. They may have a different name for it, because they try to code a lot of the money that they spend.
The police call it that. The police departments.
Like the police department, even when they actually allocate the budget or say how much money did we make this year? Oh, well, we got $1 billion in forfeiture funds. What? And these monies that come in forfeiture funds, during the 80s cocaine cowboy days, it was about $1 billion. And a lot of these things funded a lot of infrastructure for the city of Miami.
That's true.
You get me? So, we talk about these things, and that's the same thing. The forfeiture funds was, is used a lot of times for, is reused for community purposes. So
I had never heard of that. Like, I always wondered what happened with that money. I always just thought, no shout out to all the cops listening, but I just thought the cops took it,
and spent it, and
maybe kept some of it for themselves
for their pension. That was their pension
maybe
money.
It went back into their salary or for their operational costs. But to see that the city,
or it went to the police union.
I know, right? But to see that Sunrise is using this, they're gonna do this every month. So check the Sunrise Police website, or hit them up on their social media accounts, because they said they're going to put it on there, and you'll get the information on when they're going to do those pop-up events. But I think that's really cool. Do other cities in South Florida do that much?
I don't want to say, I don't know for sure. But I do know that Miami-Dade County uses forfeiture funds. It's just about what they use those funds for.
We got to look into that and let the people know.
Yeah, and I know that it's a lot of legalities when it comes to using those funds, because it goes into it being an ethics situation. So I know, for example, shout out to my homeboy Ty out in with Dream Culture out in Colorado, Denver, Colorado, Aurora Hills. My brother out there, he has a nonprofit where they're basically teaching kids entrepreneurship, right, and education. So he was sharing something with me about how Colorado is one of those marijuana states, and they legalize marijuana or whatever, and the taxes that comes in from the marijuana can't be spent on education, because it's like, y'all selling weed, and then the revenue, the taxes that the city collect or the state collect from it can't be, it can't be used for education. For some reason, it can't be repurposed and used for education, because ethically, if you talk about it in the ethics sense, it is ethically not right. You feel me? Like y'all
Bitch.
using drug money to
But
fund
how they
education.
use the lottery money for education?
Yeah, you feel me?
I need to look
So,
back more into
but,
that because that sounds crazy.
and it goes back to, like I say, policy. You feel me? Policy directs these things. Charters, if it's in the city's charter, then that's some old written code when they initially started this city and made the city of Miami that says, hey, you can't do X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? So, and these things can be amended and changed over time, but more often than none, they're not. So that's what happens.
But that was a good explanation about like charters and policy, because right now, a policy that's fucking up some shit to me is going on with schools that get consecutive D's and then the possibility to get closed. And my old school,
Your alma
mater,
Chief
Hail
Pride.
to thee, beloved
How y'all-
Carol City,
how y'all do
guardian
y'all
of
shit?
all our truth.
Like FSU? Okay.
Nigga, shut up. First of all,
I ain't gonna
fake
lie.
CC Central, so shut it up.
Hey, nah. Hold on. Central, we just central, okay? We just a centrally located school.
Exactly, nothing special about you. But anyway,
You know, we just go to state every year, you know.
whatever, nigga. We started that, so you ride on the wings of greatness.
All I'm gonna say
started
is you can't mention much name in Carol City because you know it's known that I had my best games against y'all, which means like. know.
Did you play against us in our prime or when Carol City kind of phased out?
I was playing in y'all prime too.
No, you wasn't, because you graduated what year? 07?
Yeah.
I'm 06. So
what was y'all prime when y'all had Kenny and Ricky Jean?
You weren't playing against them?
I was playing against
Was you
them.
getting your ass pancaked?
No.
Because
Ricky Jean Francois though, no G shit. All right, so Ricky Jean Francois on the fucking special teams. He was on kickoff return. I was on kickoff. Anybody who know, I was probably one of the fastest dudes, like the first dude to
I
break
need
the wall.
some people who play football, because Munch only want to tell me his side of the story. And since I don't know football like that, I can't go back and
Dennis
forth.
played on y'all team.
Dennis who?
Tim Peterson played on y'all team. Don't
Wait,
make me
which
stop-
Dennis?
Dennis, what's Dennis' last name? God, Lee, I went to elementary
No,
with
Dennis.
kids.
I know Tim Peterson. Hey,
Call
Chris,
your boyfriend, man.
your nigga,
Call
I'm
your
about to
nigga.
call Chris, because he'll let
Call
me know.
Chris.
Because Chris was a starter, okay?
You talk to Mo. You can talk to Mo.
Reggie listening, so
Reggie
let us know for sure.
Yeah,
But
I had some of my best games. You know what I'm
So we
saying?
still beat that ass.
But that was really 06. Y'all beat us. I'm gonna tell you what was that was the last year Kenny was a senior. Kenny Phillips and
05.
Ricky Jean was a senior.
because
Y'all beat us. We beat y'all in the regular season
and
game.
then we came back
and beat
Yeah.
us.
That's when I realized Central was a problem. Y'all was on the incline and we was on the decline, because we had.
But I
won
think we
state
was just
the year
distracted
before.
that game. I ain't gonna say we would have won because I'm still gonna show respect and say Kenny was gangster. You know what I mean? Like to all of us, you know what I'm saying? We all looked up to Kenny Phillips and Ricky Jean Francois.
Kenny got married this weekend too. Shout out to him.
Fucking,
Congrats.
let's just be real. Like Willie Williams, hands down, is probably go down and hit Miami history as like one of the best linebackers.
Yes.
Ever.
Yes, Willie. Chili Willie Williams.
You know what I'm saying? Like
one of the best.
So
But we won this past year, right? So,
y'all won this
the Chiefs
past
are
year.
back. The Chiefs are back.
Yeah.
We can talk. But it's unfortunate that the school had that to rally behind and be happy about, and then for me to see this news was reported on Channel 7, and actually I saw the article in Chief Hall, and they were saying that Carroll City had D's for 3 consecutive years, and actually 2 teachers who were former Carroll City alumni graduated in 99, Alexandra Martin and Nicole Dino. They were talking about how they were nervous about their jobs and the school being open. And you guys could check out that article on Channel 7. But the interesting thing to me was like the school board superintendent, Alberto Cavallo.
Cavallo.
I don't really care for him, but he was saying that that's not going to happen, and that they're going to do everything they can to keep the school open. But I think the Chiefs, like, this is the stuff that we need to rally behind too.
Yeah,
like we should have known. Like for me to just notice about this, and one of the Fatima, the PTA, the alumni president, I think for Carroll City alumni. she was like, look, it's good to rally behind the football games and shit like that, but we got to know what's going on with the school too, and how we could keep it going on, and academic stuff that we need to support too. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on this. But are there other schools, Munch, that are struggling like this that you know of in the urban core?
Well, the urban core has been getting hit for years, right? So with the urban core, we've been getting hit with specifically, I can name Northwestern, Booker T, Central, and Carroll City. Them been the 4 schools that they've been really targeting and going after. I don't know if you remember a few years back. I think that was like 2010 or 2011 when President Obama came to Central. That was actually reenacting a new policy.
You talking about this House Bill 7069 that they mentioned in the article?
No, I'm talking about
that's making the schools get the F. Like, if you get that, then you in controversy of
I believe it was done around that same time, because when I was coming out, 2007, they were threatening to close down us, Northwestern, New Orleans, and Carroll City. Was like a lot of schools was under that because of the FCAT and the policies. The FCAT policies.
F the cat.
F the cat. No child left behind, and we all got left.
Bullshit.
You know what I mean? So with that, I felt like, it's been going on, and they put the policy in there to say, okay, these black people uproar again, then we got a policy on our side, and we know they don't vote. So I felt like this has been in place, and they knew about it. This ain't no new policy. They just changed last year, I don't believe,
From what I'm looking at, is like you have to do some certain things. From what I researched about this issue, is that the school has to perform at a certain level in order to be saved.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that Dr. Gallen and the superintendent and all those people that advocate for these schools that are in jeopardy, that they let us know as a community what we could do. Like, because I'm not sure. I got to do
that,
some.
and the fact that I believe they did see an increase in performance for Carroll City, because I want to say damn near all the schools since Steve Gallen has been over over District 1. And
that is true. Gallen been doing his thing.
Yeah, and they have, and I know they put out something like an assessment at the end, and that was only a 6-month assessment. He only had been in office at 6 months at that time, but his thing is to get the parents involved, get everybody around these kids involved, and once everybody around them is engaged and enthusiastic about education and motivated about education, then the kids will do better.
I agree. And if you guys don't know who we're talking about, we say Gallen. Dr. Gallen is the school board member for District 1, right?
District 1. He used to be at Miami Northwestern. He used to be the principal for Miami Northwestern for some time. He used to be at Holmes Elementary for some time, Arcola Lakes Elementary for some time. So yeah, he been around, man. And when we talked about him last week, losing his teacher certificate, being punished for his teacher certificate, but we don't care. He still can be a voice for the voiceless. So that's how we gotta. You keep doing your thing, dog.
My thing is this, and as alumni in any school that's in this issue, we need to be on it. We need to watch and see what's going on with the school. Go to the PTA meeting, talk to the principal, and let us be more involved with what's going on. Something else going on with the school board too, Munch.
So the follow up. Last week, what we was talking about was Rhonda Van Gates possibly losing her job, and it was a July 25th meeting, if I'm not mistaken, that was held. And at that meeting, the conclusion of that meeting, the superintendent said that she wouldn't be losing her job, but there would be a new department that will probably be formed and a new position that will be opened as a result of I guess her investigation and the goodwill and good works that she was doing. So, when we was talking last week, I kind of like alluded that Rhonda may be safe, but they may come for somebody else, or they may mess with her in some due time later down the line.
And what's Rhonda's title or her
Rhonda
capacity?
is the she's the director over the Office of Economic Opportunity. So that basically deals with a lot of the procurement contracts for small Black owned and minority owned businesses. So that's a position that we need, because you're talking about contracting opportunities, and that's huge.
What's procurement mean?
Procurement is just contracts, how contracts.
So this pretty much, she is like a liaison for small Black businesses to work with the school board,
and she get
those contracts.
Yeah, and she wants to make sure, and basically her office is to make sure it's like the enforcement behind making sure that the policies and the mandates that have been put in place for diversity and inclusion are being enforced. So
you said she wasn't in trouble, but I had no idea. I ain't see this coming with Mr. Frazier.
Man, anybody like Ron Frazier, like y'all need to get to know Ron Frazier. You know what I mean? This guy here really knows his stuff. For one, really has a wealth of knowledge. I've been in meetings with Ron Frazier, and if Ron sits in the room, he quiet, and when he get to speak, he blows everybody away. With the wealth of knowledge that he knows, he's over the he served on as chairman of the Small Business Enterprise Advisory Committee, I believe that is.
That is it.
And he basically, his position as the committee, he said his job was to basically bring research certain topics when it comes to small business enterprises and in the Small Business Enterprise Program, and also give a lot of background on the policies itself and how the policies should affect future procurement opportunities. So, and if anybody needs to know, like if I'm not mistaken, him and I Care were the people who were sounding off about this bond. Excuse me. He was sounding off about tracking this bond, the bond dollars.
Yeah.
So
tell him I Care is a advocacy group that works for all the urban core schools, all the alumni presidents for like Central, Carroll City, Northwestern,
Edison. It's
Booker
T. It's
all New Orleans, all the urban core schools, all the Black schools in Miami-Dade County, all their presidents.
All their presidents done patched up and then said, "Look, bruh, we better at coming together than fighting apart." So we can't play these crackers at their own game. So it was good to see our elders do that.
Yeah,
and show us the way.
Shout out to DC for starting that.
Again,
him and Hosendorf.
A lot of other people.
Hosendorf.
Yeah, a lot of people got in tune. It wasn't just them two, but like I always say, Central. From what I know, we always are big on our civic engagement. Not so much alumni participation, but civic engagement. We've always been at the forefront of those things, and yeah, man.
Yeah, Central do his thing, but just to back it up to Ron Frazier, there's an article in the Miami Times if you guys want to get more details. But I read this article, and to me, you hit me up and put me on game about like, yo, a big homie just got let go on somebody who's really advocating for the Black community. Yeah. And Ron Frazier, when I read this article, what it looked like is he was on their ass about how they deal with this bond money, and this is money that is given to build new schools and shit like that. Yeah. He on them on how they deal with the money, right? The construction contracts.
And it was 40%, if I'm not mistaken. They had already let out about like 500 million of this $1.2 million bond. Not 500 million, so don't quote me on it. 500,000. And out of that, they said that 40% of those contracts.
You sure it wasn't 500 million?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it was
a bond. The bond is like $1 billion, right? $1
billion. It may be $1 billion, so it may be 1.2 billion. I may be wrong.
I'm just saying we're not sure on the number. No, it actually is $500 million. I'm looking at the article right now because the bond is 1.2 billion general. So $500 million dollars. Yeah. Excuse me, $500 million had been spent already. And Ron Frazier was on their ass about how you spending this money with Black businesses. Where is it going in the urban core? On that ass.
And guess what? He had already termed out, and it was already the biggest thing is that it was already past his time to serve on that committee. Mm-hmm. But he had asked the school board's attorney if it was okay for him to stay. So the biggest issue
and he said yeah.
And he said yeah. I think his name is Harvey or something like that. He said yeah.
It wasn't Harvey who gave him the approval. It was I think it was the assistant city school board attorney. His name is
Louis Gomez or something like that.
Yeah, his name is in the Miami Times article. So if y'all want to check that out, but it was the assistant school board attorney who said it's okay for you to serve, but when he started questioning stuff, they was like, "Oh, you removed from the board."
And the biggest thing about this that I also read in another Times article, right? Mm-hmm. Shout out to Miami Times, home team. Mm-hmm. Another thing is it was somebody else that was also on the board.
Yeah,
I think for long. It's someone
another board member who termed out with him. So
like they basically started at the same time, so they should have termed out at the same time.
You only have a certain amount of time to serve on these boards or these committees.
Yeah,
and Ron Frazier and another committee member termed out at the same time. They kicked him off because they said his time was up, but they let the lady, and she's still on the committee.
And she's still on the committee. And she said we got here at the same time. I don't see, so everybody on the committee is the whole committee is, even the committee themselves said this is a big loss for us. Mm-hmm. Because now we're talking about a bond. Understand what a bond is. A municipal bond is a general obligation bond. General obligation is you as a resident. Now you have to look at yourself as an investor. My taxes is being reinvested some type of way. So in order for them to get my vote on this and say, hey, this is where my taxes should go over the next 5, 10, 20 years, then, we're going to do these certain things. And they didn't, what the biggest issue is Ron was giving them hell about is that they upheld the Hispanics end of the deal, but they did not upholding the African Americans and other minority businesses
end of
the deal, and they're not fulfilling the requirements that they said they was going to do, or not requirements, but they're not fulfilling what they said they would do.
And this outlining contracts, and this is why it's so frustrating, because it's like this is public money.
We say votes don't matter.
They fucking matter.
They say votes don't matter, but
Young
everything
people,
comes down to a vote.
Listening, get y'all motherfucking ass to the polls, read a fucking newspaper at least once, listen to the fucking podcast if you need to, because we're gonna break this shit down. But you need to be involved in this. And Munch, let them understand that so much money that be in this shit could transform communities.
Bro,
$1 billion?
Like, all right. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna let you in on something that I got a little light on, because
imagine if you had a little business or something, you could get one of those contracts.
Exactly. That's where a lot of that comes from.
Apparel and all type of shit.
But that's where a lot of these opportunities come from. It come from these bond investments. These people you got revenue bonds, you got municipal bonds, like I said. So the government saying, hey, we need to spur more small business or more economic opportunity in general, right? Mm-hmm. So they say, well, we need to pay more attention to small business, because small business since 1960, 1975 or some shit like that has created, over 60% of the jobs in this country. So they know that they pay attention to small business. They'll say, okay, we need to fund small businesses. Mm-hmm. How do we do that? We're going to create this bond through policy, and we need the people to vote on it. Now, if your commissioner says yes and he votes on it, and it got something in there for you, like what's happening right now with it's a new bond that the city of Miami is trying to get. Basically, they're just trying to extend the bond that they have.
Mm-hmm. Extend the life of it.
Extend the life. It will be like extending the life of the bond, and it will be the same payouts and everything. So it's not like the city of Miami government are being more debt and all these different things. From what I've been hearing preliminarily, just on the preliminary standpoint.
We'll break that shit down,
but
in the future.
We'll break it down in the future about that investment and how. I can tell you right now that City of Miami, because it's on public record, you can go look on the City of Miami website and go archive the video from July, I believe, 27th. That was a Thursday or the Friday where the City of Miami just had a meeting, and it was a bond hearing, and it was a public bond hearing. So the committee, so the board of commissioners, basically sat up there and they heard from the people who want to bring up this bond that, hey, this is what's going to be in the bond. One of the main things that's in that bond is that our commissioner in D5, Overtown, Little Haiti, Liberty City, said, hey, man.
Who is that?
Commissioner Keon Hardeman.
Okay.
He said, "Look, he said this on public record. I'll approve it, but it need to be more money in here for affordable housing." As it stands right now, Commissioner Suarez and Carrillo already went against it. It only had a 3-2 vote. You feel me? So it was only one deciding factor. And Keon said, and this is certain things that I'm trying to tell y'all so y'all know that it's people who look like us who fighting for us, but they by their damn self.
Ron Frazier
included. And we need more people at the school board. It's back to school. We need no excuses. Don't send your child to no fucking charter school and say my child getting a better education when you still pay taxes for public education and everybody else child education anyways.
Hello.
So
and we need to support these people. Like you said, they look like you, they fighting for you, but they by their goddamn self.
Yeah.
They need support. They need you at the meetings. They need you to, if you see this, what's going on with Ron Frazier, call the school board, hold them accountable, say what is going on. If he gotta leave, then I'm sorry, that lady nice, but you gotta leave too. Like, it gotta be some fairness. And just because our people, we start speaking up like Rhonda Van Gates and everybody, now they jobs in jeopardy, that's not cool. And we need to stop standing for that shit. We need to hold people accountable. We paying money into these bonds. We paying our taxes. We a part of this
guess
system.
What?
And they just doing whatever they
guess
want
what?
to.
With the bond, they have the power to levy more tax. That means they got the power to raise the tax. Just cause they want to fund this investment that's coming in.
Man, Trappin ain't dead
at all. So that's just some of the things that's just been happening and what's been going on. You feel me?
I think, just switching gears, talking about plugs, and some people may get plugged on this. Lil Duval, he ain't South Florida, but he Florida. And if y'all don't know,
Jacksonville Duval.
You can't say Lil Duval without saying Duval. Okay, I had to say it. Wait, he was on the Breakfast Club last week. He was talking about transgender issues, or they brought up a question like how would he feel
because the whole Bobby V situation.
The Bobby Valentino R&B singer got caught with or exposed by a transgender woman that he was dealing with or having like a sexual relationship with. So, allegedly. And they asked
on the back page.
They asked Lil Duval, how he would handle that situation. And go check out that Breakfast Club interview because it was definitely interesting, to say the least. Some parts was funny, some parts was like, okay. But Lil Duval was like, to paraphrase, you want to say it? Because I don't
Nah, you gotta say it.
I gotta say it.
Yeah.
He said that he would he said that if he was with a woman and he found out that she was born a man, he would take her life.
Yeah, see, I didn't hear it in that context though.
It don't sound
because I haven't even.
And let me tell you something. When Lil Duval said it wasn't as intense and as harsh as the way it just came out, but to say it like that, it does sound really bad. It sounds really bad.
He was like, I kill that motherfucker. Like I remember, I remember I seen the shit play back. Like I've seen the tapes and the little cut edits, and that's my thing that I don't like about like when you watch the little cut edit.
You gotta go watch it.
You gotta watch
the full context.
in the full context of it.
I do that though, and maybe that's because of my background as a reporter. Like I'm like, okay, I know this is a sound bite or whatever it is, and you gonna skew it to fit your point for your article. Let me go see the full thing so I can see and have an opinion on it, especially something that serious. And honestly, Lil Duval ain't back down from it. The Breakfast Club had a whole show about it, like should they be held responsible for him saying that, and should they lose, should they apologize? All them said no because they can't control what a guest says. But Lil Duval was like, I ain't apologizing for that. Like, what you think about that much?
I believe a lot of cats. We live in a time that we can easily offend people, but the people that we easily offend are not as empathetic as they would want us to be. So
that's deep.
Yeah,
just said,
because hurt people. And we know this, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, they're not empathetic to hear our side, or hear that, some of y'all transgender folk be deceitful. You feel me?
I don't think that's cool on any level.
And I don't think that's cool. And I think that's what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't let me know, now, if I willingly did that, that's a whole nother thing. That means that I consent to this type of activity. But if you deceived me and I'm thinking that you was a woman, and then automatically I'm thinking you're a woman,
you started
but you
yanking
started
on a
Nah,
a
you just
broomstick,
no, you
and
just
you thought you was finna go inside.
yeah, like exactly. And you with these whole coded messages and shit. But my thing is it's just like this. Like we have the ability to have it, or we're entitled to our own opinions, and I think we have to start respecting each other's opinions and also be more empathetic to each other's opinions. So I see both sides because I'm in that social justice kind of like realm, and I see the LGBTQ plus minus add subtract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 'cause
like
they don't add it.
It's so much stuff that they didn't add it. But I feel like a lot of times the LGBTQ community is not inclusive at all of black people, but black people, black LGBTQ want us to be inclusive of them knowing that they don't give a fuck about y'all, you know? And I think that's where a lot of the disdain comes in, because we know, like, look, this is white progressive shit, and y'all deal with it. Y'all deal with it on another. Like I always tell people, it's one thing to be LGBTQ. It's another thing to be black and LGBTQ. You like you already got to deal with the racism, but then you got to deal with the gender shit too. So yeah, I'm empathetic to their struggle, but at the same time, I think that we should respect each other's opinions and understand the context of which we're speaking in, because it's not that we have an issue with it. It's just that if you're not upfront with something, and I think that's what the issue was with Duval, because I feel the same way. I don't have no problems with no transgender person, no gay person, no lesbian, no whatever the hell you are. I don't have an issue with you, but the issue is if you're not upfront with me or you cross that line, I'm just thankful that I'm in a relationship. I don't have to like go around and deal and like do all that shit.
Figure it out,
you know. And then they like to throw around this fragile like male fragility thing, but it's just like, bruh, y'all gotta understand, this is something new as fuck to us. You can't tell me that I'm like I'm you know, and it's kind of like karma bad. Like it's kind of like karma for niggas too, because for so long we was catcalling women.
Yeah.
And now that you know all this catcalling, now we have to. It's kind of like, bro, you got to check who you catcalling. Like it used to be like, if you see on 79th cross 12th Avenue on the east side of 12th Avenue, boy, hey, the shit may not be no chick, bro. Like you feel me? So
I think the issue, and here's the thing where I gotta disagree with you, because I get totally the mindset, because we Florida, you know, and I know what Duval coming from with that, but to say that you would kill somebody because they deceived you is very extreme, and I think that's why the LGBT
where I feel like
community was like, yo, because a lot of transgender women, they lose their lives because of just being
transgender
and not even deceiving anybody. So I think that like you saying this on a platform as big as the Breakfast Club is problematic. But on the other side of me, understanding, like you said, black men, our culture and how we think about sexuality, that is extreme, and that's a lot for somebody to take in. So I think on both ends, I think both parties got work to do. We got to be more accepting of people who are different lifestyles from us. So if you do find out something, you know, that you're not that angry, you want to kill them. And then also transgender people shouldn't lie. Don't deceive nobody. That's not cool, because you got to understand, you got to give them a choice. Like you said, on if they want to deal with you and how you were born, what you transformed to, or what you living in what you believe you were born as.
Yeah, you know? Living in your truth, man.
When you living
I
in your
don't have a problem with that at all.
But it's been a good show today, Munch.
I know, right?
I love talking to you.
We just be vibing back here, man. You know, I think it's this comfortable ass couch. You know, I be laid back.
Space, so we gonna be comfortable. Munch, how can people find you?
All right, man. All Like Minds Media. All right, so that's ALLLIKEMINDS. D as in dog, and I swear I ain't no dog ass nigga, I promise. But All Like Minds Media.
Shout out to All Like Minds, you know, for producing this podcast.
Hello News.
Well, you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, pretty much the big 4 social media accounts. You can find me at Janae Tate, JANEYTATE, if you want to follow my personal pages. And if you want to follow the blog and see what's going on with that, you can find me at High Low News. And that's my Snapchat as well, as High Low News. HYLONEWS, High Low News.
Now, if you really want to follow my personal page, and you just want to know who the fuck is Munch, right? It's some shit. It's at Machiavelli_Munch. Okay,
That's on Instagram, right?
That's on Instagram. That's on Twitter. Facebook is my real actual name that I just don't feel like giving out at this point in time, because the feds be watching, and I'm trying to get a few things underway, and I don't need to say no shit for these crackers not to give me my bread. You feel me?
Munch, you're an upstanding citizen. Ain't nobody watching you.
Hey, I'm just saying, I be filling out these grant applications and shit. I need them to pass that shit through. You know what I mean? Pass that shit through. Don't be like, oh, that's Trappin ain't dead. Let me trap his fuck ass.
No.
So to go back over, it's Machiavelli_Munch. That's MAKAVELLI_MUNCH.
Love it. Munch, take us out.
What we gonna do today? I don't even know.
Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. How you make it on the porch?
I like how you went in your singing voice. You went from this old white lady to like straight Kansas City and that shit.
Man, good night.